Hey everyone, I'm Gordy from Server 73 and welcome to the Ultimate Guide. This series looks at Immortals and their ultimate skills to help you understand how they work and how to build the right team around them. The aim is to give you practical insight into what each Immortal's ultimate skill offers and how it fits into your overall lineup. This episode focuses on Alexander the Great, the Earth Cavalry Immortal known for his incredible attack speed and steady damage output. His ultimate skill, Eternal Conquest, boosts his speed, increases his damage, and makes him immune to control effects, turning him into one of the most reliable frontline attackers in the game. If you want to recruit Alexander, his fragments can be found in Immortal chests, random shard rewards, the weekly elemental event, the in-game market, and as rewards from seasonal arena and seasonal daily logins. Before we look at how Alexander fits into a team, let's start with what his ultimate actually does. Alexander's ultimate skill is called Eternal Conquest. It has both passive and active effects. The passive effect increases his normal attack damage by 50%, giving his regular hits a strong boost even before his ultimate activates. When Eternal Conquest is triggered, Alexander's damage dealt and attack speed both increase by up to 50%, and he becomes immune to all control effects for 6 seconds. The bonuses scale with level, starting at 15% and increasing to 50% when fully upgraded. If his exclusive artifact is equipped, Eternal Conquest changes completely. It becomes a passive skill, meaning Alexander no longer gains energy during battle. Instead, he constantly benefits from a 35% increase to both damage and attack speed, while remaining immune to all control effects for the entire fight. In short, Eternal Conquest lets Alexander focus on what he does best: fast, continuous normal attacks that keep the pressure on his enemies from start to finish. Before we talk about team setups, it is important to understand what kind of Immortals work best with Alexander. He relies on fast normal attacks and benefits most from allies who either boost his survivability or help him keep attacking without interruption. For mixed or hybrid teams, Hannibal is one of the best partners for Alexander, especially for free-to-play players. His ultimate skill, Howling Blast, increases overall damage and gives a cleave effect that lets him strike an extra nearby target with every noble attack. When Hannibal's exclusive artifact is equipped, the effect becomes permanent, turning him into a constant source of damage. Because both Hannibal and Alexander scale heavily from normal attacks, they naturally complement each other in a physical damage team. For spenders or players with access to stronger Earth setups, Yi Sun-shin and Charles the Great both provide exceptional protection. Yi Sun-shin's ultimate, Dart of Devotion, reduces all damage taken by your team and, with his artifact, boosts the healing your allies receive. This helps Alexander stay alive longer while maintaining his high attack speed. Charles focuses on shielding instead of damage reduction. His ultimate, Terror Shield, absorbs incoming damage and increases that absorption rate for 6 seconds. His artifact adds critical protection to the ally taking the most losses, which helps prevent sudden knockouts during burst phases. For high spenders and endgame players, Anubis is the premium pairing. His ultimate, Deadly Sandstone, converts his defense into attack, increases the damage enemies take, and inflicts bleed for steady physical damage. With his exclusive artifact, he further increases the damage taken by the enemy with the highest troop losses. When paired with Alexander, Anubis sets up ideal conditions for Alexander's fast, high-frequency attacks to hit even harder. In short, Hannibal is the best choice for free and low-spend players. Yi Sun-shin and Charles bring powerful defensive options for balanced teams, and Anubis delivers the highest potential damage boost for late-game or high-spender lineups. Now let's look at which skills bring out the best in Alexander. His strength comes from fast normal attacks, so every good setup should either help him attack more often or make those attacks hit harder. For free-to-play and low-spending players, there are several options that work well together. Wind Rage gives each normal attack a chance to trigger an extra one with up to a 55% rate at max level. This is perfect for Alexander because the more swings he makes, the faster he builds pressure and the more he benefits from Eternal Conquest. Assembly Charge adds area damage to each normal attack. It has a 60% trigger chance and deals up to 75% damage to the target and 2 nearby enemies, while also giving up to 10% extra physical damage for 6 seconds. It helps Alexander spread his damage across multiple targets and ramp up his strength during long fights. Cleave is another reliable option. It gives each normal attack a 75% chance to deal extra physical damage to 2 nearby enemies. It keeps the hits constant and makes Alexander useful even when facing large groups. Berserker focuses on pure speed and damage. It increases both physical damage and attack speed by 25% at max level, but slows energy regeneration by 75% and prevents any triggered type skills from activating. Because Alexander already relies on normal attacks and not energy skills, Berserker fits naturally into his playstyle. It makes him strike faster and harder without losing effectiveness. For higher spending players, the legendary and premium skills push his potential even further. Knife Through Butter activates after 6 normal attacks, dealing up to 200% physical damage to all enemies and having a 60% chance to reduce the energy by up to 300. It rewards fast attackers like Alexander, who can trigger it more often than almost any other Immortal. Lion Curtain reduces the damage you take when your troop number is above 70% and gives your normal attacks up to a 60% chance to weaken barriers on all enemies by 30% for 3 seconds. It combines offense and survivability, keeping Alexander active while softening enemy defenses. And finally, the unreleased legendary skill Fully Prepared is expected to make Alexander even stronger. Each normal attack increases his damage dealt and reduces damage taken, stacking up to 10 times. Because he attacks faster than nearly anyone, he can reach and maintain the full stacks almost immediately, making him one of the best users of this skill once it arrives. In short, the best setups all follow one rule: make Alexander attack as often as possible. For free players, Wind Rage, Assembly Charge, Cleave and Berserker form a consistent fast-paced build. For spenders, Knife Through Butter and Iron Curtain raise his ceiling even higher, and Fully Prepared could soon push him further into top-tier territory. Once you unlock specializations for Alexander, the one you pick can really shape how he performs in battle. All 3 options are useful, but they interact with his ultimate Eternal Conquest in different ways. Night Spirit is the one that fits him best. It gives an instant boost to damage and attack speed as soon as the fight starts, reaching up to 50% more damage and 30% faster attacks when fully upgraded. That lines up perfectly with what Eternal Conquest already does: more speed, more hits, and more pressure from the moment the battle begins. It keeps Alexander swinging non-stop, and that's exactly what you want from him. Destroyer stance focuses more on burst damage. It increases both critical rate and overall damage by the same scaling amounts, so it can hit harder in short fights or in crit focused setups. The catch is that it doesn't boost his attack speed, so it's not as consistent for Alexander's normal attack rhythm. It's strong, but a little less reliable. Whirlwind Shock adds an extra attack that has a 70% chance to deal area damage every 9 seconds. It's a fun pick for clearing groups of enemies, but it doesn't really tie into his ultimate or normal attack playstyle. It's extra damage, just not the kind that makes Alexander shine. If you're wondering which one to choose, go with Night Spirit. It makes him even faster, keeps his attacks flowing, and directly supports everything Eternal Conquest is built around. Now let's talk about where Alexander fits in today's meta. Right now, he's one of the most relevant Immortals in the game. What makes him stand out is how flexible he is. You can build him in several different ways and you'll still perform well no matter how much you spend. There are solid hybrid setups that work for free and low spend players, mid-tier builds that make use of epic skills, and high-end lineups that include Chaos Immortals and the latest legendary skills. The release of Knife Through Butter and then Iron Curtain pushed Alexander back into the spotlight. Both skills reward fast normal attacks, and no one makes better use of them than he does. Because of that, he's become a popular choice in teams that include Apollo or Loki, where the combination of control, burst, and constant physical pressure creates a strong balance of damage and survivability. Looking forward, the new legendary skill Fully Prepared is shaping up to make him even stronger. Its stacking mechanic increases both damage and defense with every normal attack, and Alexander can reach full stacks faster than any other Immortal in the game. Once that skill releases, he'll likely become a core part of the strongest physical team compositions across all spending levels. In short, Alexander is in great spot right now and only getting better. Whether you're free to play or a high spender, there's a version of him that fits your lineup and performs at a competitive level. And that wraps up this episode of the Ultimate Guide. Alexander is one of those Immortals who can fit almost anywhere, and every new skill release just seems to make him stronger. But how are you using him right now? Have you built him for pure speed, or are you running a hybrid setup with something like Hannibal or Anubis? And what about the new skills? Do you think Fully Prepared will make him unstoppable? Or will he still need the right team around him to shine? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more episodes of the Ultimate Guide. I'm Goti from Server 73. See you in the next one.